Hi, today I'm going to go over how to use the Shamir 39 tool in Coleman's website. And this is kind of a little bit more of an advanced tool to use because it requires you to actually open up a web page and enter your seed word into that web page. Now, of course, we all know that if somebody sends you an email and says, hey, put your seed word into this website because yada yada yada, whatever. Okay, it's always a scam. So to mitigate this risk, because I don't know, maybe it is a scam. Maybe this website actually does record everything you put in there, and it'll just steal your Bitcoin as soon as you do it. I don't think it is. I don't think that is what Ian Coleman is really trying to do. But you never know. Maybe your network is hacked. Maybe someone has access to it. But that's okay. You can still use this tool if you just get an old laptop. And I did this yesterday. Okay, so I got this old laptop. I want to say it has 6 gigabytes of RAM. I think there's a terabyte, but it wasn't SSD. But it doesn't matter, right? Because what I did is I opened it up. I unscrewed all of this stuff, and I'll kind of show you some of the tools that I use. Just grab them here. I have this iFixit kit. This is really awesome if you're gonna take apart computers and stuff. They don't pay me to show them. I just think it's really cool. It even comes with this pad here. This is magnetic, and it's great for putting screws on there, and then you can take notes on where you're gonna. This is a pencil, but you can take notes on this whiteboard looking thing, right? And then you open it up. It has a grounder thing here. These things that look like guitar picks are pretty good for opening it up and stuff. Anyway, you get the idea. And all machines are different, so I don't know if I can really go in depth on how to actually take apart a computer because it's kind of specific to each little laptop. All right. But anyway, what I did is I took out the hard drive here and the Wi-Fi card. So these things are no longer in there. And I did that for a specific reason, which I'll show you in just a second. All right, so I was perusing these cold card docs here, and I came across this sentence, and I think it's a really good idea, right? So it says, the ideal environment to perform this checking is a computer running Tails, the amnesiac incognito live system, preferably without any network connection and no hard drives. Do not use your actual dice rolls on a normal desktop system that will completely compromise the security of your cold card. So yeah, I thought this is a good idea, and I've used Tails before, but I feel I might as well just go full tinfoil hat mode and go ahead and just take out the hard drive and the Wi-Fi card. So that's what I did, and I'll kind of show you what that does to your laptop. Obviously, if you have anything important on there, you probably want to take it off the hard drive first. But when I turn this machine on, oh, okay, good. I did charge it. I'll just kind of put that up to the camera, though. Try not to get the glare there. Well, the point is it really doesn't do much, just kind of I don't know if you can really see anything. It's just that the screen is on, and then there we go, boot device not found, right? So basically, there's no boot device in there because there's no operating system because they took out the hard drive, obviously, right? So what I want to do is I'll go ahead and shut this off real quick. And, okay. I installed Tails on this USB stick a while back, and I'm not going to do a video on how to install it because Keep It Simple Bitcoin has one that's pretty cool. And I think I found it on here, right? This is Rumble. He's got one on how to install Tails. Well, anyway, I'm sure you can find that. That's not it. I'm sure you can find it like somewhere. I'll put it in the show notes, better yet. This is like kind of taking too long. So, pick up the Tails off the floor, and then what I do is I don't know if you can see that, but I plug it in there. See? And I have a note there just because for whatever reason on this laptop, it works on this one. It doesn't work on my other USB. It's an old laptop, right? What are you going to do? And then I go ahead and press the on button there. And then it should boot up from that USB stick. And it looks like it's doing it there. Now, if you have a hard drive, what I used to do when I did have the hard drive in here, and there you can see the Tails, right? But I used to hit the F12 to get it running. And I'm just going to go ahead and hit enter there. Okay, so now it's booting Tails. Now, you could set a persistent password on here too, but for what I want to do, I don't necessarily want to do that. But it would come in handy if you want to install some software that you want to use. But another thing you could do is just sideload it, and I think that's what I did here. I just sideloaded the web pages that I needed. I put them onto a normal USB stick, and then when I need them, I can just like open it from the USB stick. But again, you could set up a persistent folder. I don't like that because the whole point of Tails, at least the best part about it, I think, is that it will erase everything as soon as you shut down the machine. And like I said, this is kind of a slow laptop because it's old, but there we go. Now see, so I'm at the welcome screen. Well, you get the idea, right? Probably can't see that very well. And then you just go ahead and start Tails. But I'm going to pause it right now because, you know, this is not the best interface to show you what I'm going to do. So I'm actually going to use it on, I'm going to use this tool, the Shamir 39 tool on, sorry, I got distracted there. I'm going to use it on my desktop because it's easier to see than if I was trying to type it on here and like show you all that stuff. So give me a second and I'll come right back. All right, that's better. So we can see what we're doing here now. Here's an instance of Tails. I'm running on a GNOME box. And I'm just going to go ahead and start it. I'm not going to mess with any of this here. Just kind of leave all that the same, at least for this, because like ideally what we're really doing here is we don't even want to be connected to the internet anyway, and we don't want this to save any of our information. So what we'll do is we'll start Tails. And I guess if you're like really, really paranoid, once you do this, you could even like destroy the USB stick. But that's, you know, that's a little bit overboard. Because this is on my desktop, it is connected to the internet. But we're not going to do this right now because we're going to simulate not being on the internet. So let me just turn that off here. It says wired connected, but I'm going to go ahead and turn that off. All right. So now basically we have a instance of Tails and it's not connected to the internet. And I'm going to pause the video real quick and connect it because rather than like trying to sideload it and stuff, I'm just going to download what I need off the internet. All right. So I did a DuckDuckGo search for Ian Coleman's Shamir 39 tool. And I guess it actually is called a mnemonic code splitter. So I'm going to go ahead and click on this. And again, when you actually do this, you don't want to be on the internet, but you know, it is what it is. Okay, so this is what I have here, right? Now, when you do get this program, there's a couple things you can do you can actually go into GitHub and get it from source. But what I would suggest is, you know, just kind of treat it like, I mean, just do a inspect here, right click, actually view page source. And then what I did is after I got this view page source, I just Control A, Control C, copied it, right? And then what I did is, let's see, I went into accessories, text editor, right? And then Control V, Control S for save. And I'm just gonna go ahead and put this on the desktop, and then we'll call it Shamir39.html. You can also do index HTML, I suppose, but this should work if I put it in the right spot. Aha, there we go. Then click save. And again, you might want to do this on a different computer, or like, you know, you can take your tails and plug it into a computer that is connected to the internet, and then download everything you need. You might want to get like you know, the bit39 tool and other stuff like that too, right? But now, so I have this saved on there, and you know, I said don't save anything on there, but like what's going to happen is this is not saved in the persistent folder. So what I'm going to do now is go ahead and disconnect the internet. So now the wire connection is off. I will close this. Just close all of this, okay? And I'm not going to upgrade that right now. Okay, so we should be off of the Wi-Fi, or the wire connection here in this case. And then, so now you can't really see this, but I have this file now, Shamir39.html, okay? And what I'm going to do is just, oh, wait a minute. We are going to start the Tor browser, but I almost forgot. What I need to do is go to the different places here, and this needs to be in the Tor browser folder. So I'll open up that first. Then I'm going to move this to the Tor browser folder. Somehow. All right, so I'll just go Control N for a new folder here, or a file, and then I'll go to desktop. Oh, and so, okay, I already moved it. But what happened is, it didn't let me move from the desktop to the Tor browser, so I had to go from the desktop file to the Tor browser. So I can only do it for the files or whatever. I'm not really sure why. But now, when I double click this, it should open up the web page. We're gonna start the Tor browser. It isn't connected to the internet, so obviously it's not gonna be ready. But that loaded anyway. So now, again, if I go to like, oh, I don't know, let's go to Ian Coleman's website again. Go to the bit39 tool, and then as you can see, because I'm not connected to the internet here, it won't go on the internet. So I just basically loaded this from my browser, from the Tor browser file. Okay, and so here it is, right? So it does say this should only be used for experiments, and there are no alternative implementations. But I do think that now Keystone has an option where you can use this Shamir thing. I haven't tried it yet, but I'm pretty sure it would probably do the same thing. But again, obviously, you don't want to use this like as your only backup. I don't know, like maybe you want to like spread like your one key that you have into like 5 different places or whatever, just for more redundancy. And you just want to keep it as an extra backup. I don't know, maybe you want to go and, you know, put your key on all 7 continents or whatever, right? Make it like as hard as you want to get like your emergency key or whatever. I don't know. But I think it's a cool little tool to kind of play with. All right, so now I'm going to just use the bacon 24 times because, well, obviously this is not the best mnemonic. It's not a very random wallet, but it's good for demonstration purposes. So I just copied and pasted the 24 bacons in there. Oh, and this needs to be a 24 here. Right, so we're going to set that at 24. We will put in our bacons. And it should give us our words. Or, yeah, our Shamir sharing scheme. All right, let me try that again. Aha, there we go. So now I just put in like my 24 bacons there. All right. And yeah, it spit out these 3 of 5 parts. Now you could change it too. You could make this like, I don't know, 5 of 17 or whatever. I don't know why you'd want to do that, but you could, right? But I'll just stick with the 3 of 5. Well, I don't know. It just seems like it's a good number, right? You can keep one at home. You can keep one in Mexico, one under Mount Everest. I don't know. Even if you put one on the internet, somebody would still need 2 of the other ones to actually make the wallet. So then what you would do is each one of these would be a part of, so it's just kind of like a multi-sig wallet, only it's for a single wallet, right? So you need 3 of these 5 codes here to combine them to recreate your wallet, right? So let's say if I take 3 of these, then it should give me those 24 bacons again. So let's try it. I'll just copy these first 3. And it has to have all of this Shamir 39-P1 in front of it too, right? So we'll just go ahead and copy that. And I'll go ahead and refresh the page. It should delete everything. It did, which is good because that's what we wanted, right? And then, now obviously, like if you're doing this in real life, you would type them in. But just to save time, I copied them. And as soon as I did that, I copied and pasted, and it gave me the 24 bacons. So that's our seed word. I think this is a pretty cool tool. I'm not exactly sure what you should use it for, but I guess it's up to your imagination. You know, there's like various ways you can like hide them. Maybe you want to include one in a dead man switch. I don't know. It really just depends on what you want to do with it. But again, I wouldn't recommend using this as like your only backup system. But I think it's kind of cool for like maybe an emergency key on a multi-sig wallet. But yeah, if you have any other ideas for it, or if you've used it, or maybe you know how to import these words onto Keystone, let me know in the comments. I'd love to hear from you. And thanks for watching. Bye.